Hello, and welcome to section 8.2, day 2 notes. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to graph in intercept or factored form. So you can see at the top here, I gave us some steps on how to graph in factored form. The first thing we're going to do is identify the A, P, and Q, and that will tell us if the parabola opens up or down. Find the axis of symmetry, find the vertex and plot it. Draw on your axis of symmetry in a highlighted or dotted line. Plot the x-intercepts and connect the points with a curve. Remember, this should be a U shape. We're only going to graph 3 points in this stuff because they give us the shape, but we need to remember that's a U and not a V. So for our first example, they asked us to find all the things we just talked about. So I'm going to go through and look at the first one. There's no number in front. That's an implied 1. So my A is 1, and that's going to tell me that the parabola opens up because A is greater than 0. My P is -3. My Q is 3. Now, when we go to find the axis of symmetry, remember the axis of symmetry is P plus Q divided by 2. So when we plug these in, we'll do -3 plus 3 divided by 2. -3 plus 3 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So our axis of symmetry is x equals 0. Remember, that also tells us our vertex. So now what we need to also get is the y value of the vertex. So to get the y value, we plug in 0 for x. We'd say f of 0 equals 0 plus 3 times 0 minus 3. Orders of operation tell us to do the stuff in the parentheses. 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 minus 3 is -3. So our f of 0 is -9. So our vertex is going to be at 0, -9. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to highlight the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is x equals 0, which is also really the y-axis in this case. So there's our axis of symmetry. The other thing they ask us to plot is the x-intercepts. Remember, our x-intercepts are P, 0, and Q, 0. So -3, 0, and 3, 0. We now have enough information to graph our parabola. So we're going to graph this. Remember, it's a U-shaped. We put arrows, and there's our graph. Okay, so we followed all these steps up above, and then make sure that remember this is a U shape at the bottom. Okay. The other example we're going to do tonight, or today, is example 2, and then you'll do the U-try for number 3. So for number 2, we look at it, our A is now -2, and because A is less than 0, this will open down. Our P is -1. Our Q is -5. Remember, to find the axis of symmetry, we say P plus Q divided by 2. So our P is -1. Remember, I'm always using parentheses for negative numbers. -1 plus -5 is -6. -6 divided by 2 is -3. So that is our axis of symmetry and the x-coordinate of our vertex. Now, what we also need to do is find the y value of the vertex. So to do that, remember, we're just going to plug in the -3, where we see x. So we have the -2 out in front. -3 plus 1 is -2, and -3 plus 5 is 2. We're going to do our multiplication, first come, first serve. -2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So our vertex is going to be at -3, 8. All right, remember the other two things I want us to graph is our x-intercepts, which is our p, 0, -1, 0, and our q, 0, which is -5, 0. -1, 0, -5, 0. Remember, we also need to draw a dotted line or highlight our axis of symmetry. This time we'll do it in blue. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better. There's our axis of symmetry. We have our plots pointed. We connect them with a curve, remember? So it's going to go down. We're going to come up, round that off, come down. Remember, you can get more points, but this is all we're expecting you to graph for these. So that's all you're going to do, okay? So you'll see at the bottom here, there's one more. That's a U-try. All right, so please make sure you complete the U-try. Take a picture of your notes, add it to the class notebook, and submit it. If you have any questions, please reach out to any of us. We're here to help. Hopefully you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.